I went 3 weeks with absolutely 0 calls from my YouTube channel, and I'm still so early in the game that it really had me thinking, does this even work? Like, am I wasting my time? Should I go try Instagram? Should I go back to doing all the old things I was doing? And then last week, something happened that completely corrected everything that I was thinking and put me right back on track. But also, this will alter how I feel about the platform completely. So I'm excited to tell you about that in this video. Also compare, YouTube to Instagram leads, but also just tell you how effective this platform is. What's up, guys? My name is Will. I am a Southern California realtor, and on this channel, you guys are following me as I work to become the best realtor on YouTube in my area. So I'm trying to crush it on YouTube, guys, and on this channel, I'm documenting everything that I'm learning, everything that I'm going through. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, if you're interested in a different way of doing business that is actually going to be more fulfilling and bring back joy to real estate. Guys, I've never been this excited in a long time, and I've sold a lot of homes, but I haven't been this excited about real estate, and it's YouTube. So like I mentioned, I went 3 weeks with no calls, right? And real estate is one of those things where you're watching the scoreboard and you need a deal. So got deals closing this month, but I'm on to the next month, and I'm trying to figure out, like, this month I closed 5 deals. I'm like, okay, what about next month, right? How do I get to 5 deals for next month? And then after 3 weeks with no calls, I'm doubting myself. I'm like, does this really work? Was it a fluke, those other deals? Am I doing something wrong? Do I need to change my strategy? Should I go back to doing open houses and Facebook ads and all these other things that I was doing? And like I mentioned, something happened. So last week, after going 3 weeks with no calls, I got 2 calls, right? But these calls were huge, guys, and it was the nuance of it. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people miss about the platform. You have to do so many things right to get business, because I know a lot of people that have been posting on YouTube for months or even years, and they haven't gotten a lead or a deal, right? But as I go through this process, I'm realizing that there's so much nuance. So with the first lead, what I noticed was the guy posted a comment, and this has happened before. He commented on a video, and the comment says something like, I need one, right? I'll post it up here. He's like, I need one, right? And then I woke up in the morning and I checked, like, first thing in the morning, it's like 5 a.m. And I commented, let's make it happen. Right? And then after that, maybe an hour later, I saw an appointment pop up on my calendar, and it was the same guy, right? So what I learned there is that people are watching you on YouTube, and they watch a lot of YouTube, or they watch a lot of TV, right? But they can't always get in touch with the person on the TV, or they don't fully believe or have connected the dots that you're an actual real estate agent. So when I commented, that kind of verified that I was a real person and available to help him. So then he booked an appointment. Okay, so he booked an appointment. We set the appointment for, I think I usually do a 30-minute phone consultation. Then I sent him over to my lender. Well, I had the phone call with this guy, had a great profession, had been looking for a while, really knew what he wanted in a house. So I completely threw out my process, which I wouldn't recommend you doing, right? But you kind of have to feel it, right? And what does it hurt for me to go show him one house that I really enjoyed? So, because I can go shoot some more content. So I scheduled the appointment, this meeting. That call probably happened on Tuesday, and then I set the appointment for Friday at 10 a.m. Okay, so that was the first call. Okay, so great, couldn't ask for more. Then the second call occurred, and it was a text that I received. And the text said something like, this is such and such. He gave his name. Me and my fiance have been watching your YouTube channel. There's a community in Fontana that we love. We'd love to get in touch with you guys and get the process started. Can't ask for more, right? So set an appointment for the next day. Hopped on a phone call with him. Again, my process is the phone call, then send him to the lender. So we had a great call. I told him I was sending him to the lender, but this guy was ready to go. He knew exactly what he wanted. He was asking about the 3.99 interest rate that the builder was offering. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna take him straight to the builder. So I booked the appointment. I booked that appointment as well. So that call came in on Wednesday. I booked that appointment for Friday at 3:30. So I met one at 10, one at 3:30. All right, so here we go. Fast forward to Friday. Okay, so Friday comes, guys, and case in point, I didn't follow up with these people throughout the week. If this was a regular buyer that I met on Instagram or somewhere else, I would have followed up with them every day just to make sure they didn't flake or didn't show up. I didn't reach out to any of these people, right? I set the appointment, I have my calendar, send the reminders, and the day of the appointment, they followed up with me. Just let me know they were gonna be a couple minutes late. I was already there. So the guy gets there, there's 3 models there. Asked him, did he want to see any others? He said, nope, I know exactly what I want. So we went and saw the model because his fiance hadn't seen him yet. So she saw it, instantly fell in love. I asked them if they wanted to see, a smaller model. Nope, that's it. This is what I want. Went back to the sales office and found out what lots were available, walked the lot, made the decision. As we were ending that, now, case in point, keep in mind, guys, that only took an hour. Right? So as we're walking back to the office, I said, it's crazy because, you're a respiratory therapist and I'm meeting with another client later on today and they're actually a respiratory therapist. And he said, wow, what's their name? I might know them. And I told him the guy's name. He's like, what? He's like, that's my boy. He's like, we went to college together. I'm like, are you serious? I said, you know what, let's take a picture. So I took a picture with him, locked him in, then had a few meetings, had to go pick up keys for another client that had closed the day before. And I went to my appointment at 3:30. So when I get to the 3:30 appointment, again, I hadn't followed up. They called me. There's like, hey, we're here. I was like, what? I'm already in. Come on in. So I go out and I greet him and I said, hey man, this is gonna sound weird, but just humor me. I said, do you know this guy? And I showed him the picture. He said, what? That's my boy. He was like, how do you know him? I said, I sold him a house this morning. And he said, man, this is crazy. And that right there, guys, that story, I can't make this up, but that story, that interaction cemented that YouTube is definitely the way, because it put me in front of 2 separate families that had no idea that each of them were looking, but knew each other, were similar, right? So there's something that happens with video, there's something that happens when people watch you that just is unexplainable about the connection and causes them to reach out. But what I love so much, guys, is that both of these people, when I met them, it was like instant, right? Like we were boys, right? Like these people, if I drank, these people I would go have a drink with, right? Yeah, I think that's what people that drink say, right? Yeah, but if I drank, I think I would definitely go have a drink with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like, it was like that. Compared to if you look at like an Instagram, guys. So, I've closed deals from Instagram too, but it's so many leads you have to get. There's so much babysitting that has to happen and it's just not genuine. You know what I mean? So again, I don't know, what that has done to you or if you guys have had an experience, something like that. Go ahead and comment below. I want to know your craziest experience as a real estate agent, because for me, like that topped the charts. And I just kept telling my wife about it. And she's like, you're excited about this, aren't you? But I was like crazy excited about it because it just tells the power of YouTube. So, what I love, guys, is that after, as real estate agents, we're always trying to figure out like, where's the next deal coming from? You know what I mean? And a lot of times it just doesn't come, especially in this type of market. But what I love about YouTube is, again, we've never gone viral on the channel, but I'm getting, hundreds, if not thousands of views on each video. And that's put me in front of people that I would have never met, never had the opportunity to get in front of. So I am completely sold on YouTube. And if you have not started your YouTube channel, like get to it, right? And again, like I told you guys before, I have no doubt that if you start your channel and you are consistent and you look at the analytics, you improve every video, that you will eventually get business. Again, I don't know how long that's gonna take you. Could be 3 months, could be 6 months, could be a year, could be 2 years, right? But I think if you stay consistent, it will happen. But what I'm doing, guys, is I have dropped the link below to a wait list to a community that I'm building where I'm gonna do this with you. So everything that I've learned, everything that I'm doing and experiencing, right? Like, you're going to get the how on how to do it. So if you're interested in growing your channel and, you know, I have no doubt that, you know, like I said, you'll have success. But if you want to do the things that I'm doing, have the same experiences I'm having, go ahead and click the link below, join the wait list. And then once we get enough people, then we'll go and launch this thing. But guys, again, I have enjoyed having you. Thanks for listening to me ramble about this story, because I was so excited about it. And I can't wait for these guys to close, but I still can't fathom how this happens. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up. So YouTube is definitely the best platform for growing a brand, for growing your real estate business. So go ahead and jump into the wait list for the community, and we will catch you on the next video. Take care.